Hey there, artists. I hope you were inspired by the video that I shared on our choice board all about Deborah Butterfield. She's pretty cool. She makes all these wonderful recycled sculptures of, let's say, different kinds of horses. She grew up on a ranch, from what I'm told. Now, what artists sometimes do is they look at images that other artists have made, not just the real thing. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a really cool painting by a Japanese artist named Hiro CJ, and some other paintings by Frederick Remington, a well-known American artist from the Wyoming area. What I'd like to do today is show you the basics of how to make a recycled or found object sculpture. So in order to make it look like a horse, which is kind of the goal of what we're trying to do when we look at Deborah Butterfield's artwork, is we need to think about things like common shapes. So we start with the oval, which is basically the body of every mammal, okay, or vertebrate. And then we add an oval for the head, okay? Now we all know that horses have 4 legs, but for this, let's just add 2 sticks, okay? All I'm doing right now is making a map to show where I'm going to put all the objects that I'm going to use to build my found object sculpture. Now, I've got a whole bunch of wood chips that I grabbed out of the mulch pile in my yard. You might be able to find sticks or pieces of paper or even balls of cloth. Now, what I'm going to do is think about how I'm going to get all of my pieces to sort of fit into the shapes of my horse. So I've got to find long skinny pieces, short and thick pieces. Maybe what I have to do is take a piece that's already here and modify it. So I'm going to use my really heavy duty scissors, and I think I need to cut a few of my pieces. And all I'm doing right now is figuring out length, figuring out the right size and shape. I don't think that one's quite right, so I'm going to just keep trimming it down. Now I'm looking for one that might look like a tail. Okay, so I've got body, 2 legs, and a tail. I think this one's a little too long, so we're going to trim down. Now you might not have heavy-duty scissors like I do, and I'm just going to apologize for my crazy dog. He thinks he gets to go out whenever he wants. Then I found this one that might look good as a head. So far, I think I've got a really good basic horse shape. Now, if this is where you want to stop, what I want you to do is to get all the extra pieces out of the way and take a photograph with your iPad. Okay? Make sure everything's where you want it to be and it looks the way you want it to look. But I'm going to take it to the next step. If you happen to have tape, different kinds of tape, string, okay, you can use that to make your sculpture a little bit more permanent. Now, I'm going to just tear off pieces of tape, get my parts to stick, and stay a little bit more permanent. And I can use my colored tape if I want. I can use, I think I just made my horse look a little bit too chubby. Maybe he needs to lay off the cheeseburgers or the alfalfa. I don't know that much about horses, but I do know how to make pictures of them. Okay, so I'm just loosely putting my tape on there because I want to be able to take some of it off eventually and maybe add some string in a few moments So all I'm doing right now is adding on tape to get my shapes to stick. And then what I can do is start to pick it up and wrap the tape around the other side. Kind of like what Deborah Butterfield, the artist herself, does. So she sometimes bolts things together, she uses screws, sometimes she makes the metal stick to itself, which is a process called welding. Okay. Now let's see if I can get this to flip over. Now, if I wanted mine to stand up on its own, again, I'm apologizing for my barky dog. Don't worry, he won't come through the computer. And what I think I might do is use a little bit of this twine but first I think I should add those other legs, right? So I need some more stick pieces. And I'm just going to measure. If you need a grown-up's help to cut or break the sticks, that's perfectly fine. I actually think it's pretty awesome. Excuse my dogs again. I think it's pretty awesome when parents and kids or maybe siblings work together on a project. I like to work on projects with my children. We make all sorts of fun stuff. So if I wanted to and leave out the string, I could probably get this to stand up as a sculpture. A sculpture is just a picture that has 3 dimensions, not just 2. Okay, so this might pass as a sculpture because it can stand up on its own. Okay, but I think I'm going to take it a little bit further and start adding this twine or string around it. So what I'm going to do is tie a little knot, and then I'm going to think about where I want to put my first wrapped piece. I think I'm going to add a loop around the face, just like this, and you can find a way to do it. I usually try to keep, whenever I'm making a found object sculpture where I've got to build things, this is known as a process called additive sculpture. That means I'm adding pieces as I go and as I build. So I'm adding pieces of string, adding pieces of sticks, adding, that means putting more in. Okay, you should know that from your math terminology. So I'm going to just wrap the pieces of sticks and pieces of tape tightly. And this can get frustrating because it moves when you don't always want it to. I think I might need to add another piece of stick because this neck wants to move more. So I'm just going to add another piece while I'm wrapping it up. It might move to where you don't want it. Just move it back. So it might not look like much, but again, I'm making this out of chunks of wood, leftover string, and chunks of tape. But I think I'm getting something that looks a little bit like a primitive horse sculpture here. And I think that's enough string. Use my scissors. Again, anything that's sharp make sure you're doing with parental supervision or parental help. Okay, you don't want to do that on your own. And it all started, again, with 2 ovals. There we go, a sculpture that stands up on its own. Looks a bit like a horse. Okay, kind of fun. Well, give it a try. Be inspired by Deborah Butterfield, Frederick Remington, or those Japanese artists like Hiro CJ, and give it a whirl. Make something. Show me a picture of what you made in our Google Classroom. I hope you have fun and treat your families with kindness. Take care.